In our feature segment today, Farmweek's Amy Taylor reports there's more than meets the eye to the 2 women who have served this past year as representatives of state agriculture.
Artists, the 2 leading ladies of Mississippi Rodeo, have had an exciting journey over the past year. Miss Rodeo Mississippi, Samantha Golden, and Miss Dixie National Rodeo, Paige Nicholson, have traveled the state and country representing the sport of rodeo and the Dixie National. Since rodeo is derived from farming practices, they say being a rodeo queen is not just about promoting a sport, but about representing the influence agriculture has on our nation. While serving as Mississippi's very own First Ladies of Rodeo, Miss Rodeo Mississippi, Samantha Golden of Meridian, and Miss Dixie National Rodeo, Paige Nicholson of Starkville, are glad to say they have covered a lot of ground in promoting a sport that has such a rich heritage. Since rodeo began in the 1800s, it's developed into a popular form of entertainment for those who enjoy the thrill of bull riding, barrel racing, roping, team pinning, bronc riding, and many more timed events. Paige Nicholson says there are 2 main reasons she loves rodeo.
The first one is the rich heritage of the sport of rodeo and the fact that it's the only sport that's derived from an actual job, and that cowboys used to work on the ranch all day and then get together to show off the skills that they had honed. And the second thing is the people that surround rodeo, whether it's the contestants, the queens, the announcers, even the fans, are all just a special breed of people. Like when people come together for a rodeo, it's like a family. It's my responsibility to be visible at the rodeo, to answer questions for the fans, and also to do a ride-in at the beginning of the rodeo on my horse so that everybody sees me and knows that I'm there and knows that I'm available to them.
Additionally, Nicholson's responsibilities include making television and radio appearances to get the public excited about the Dixie National Rodeo in Jackson, Mississippi. Samantha Golden, Miss Rodeo Mississippi, serves the same roles, except her title also includes competing at the National Rodeo Finals in Las Vegas for Miss Rodeo America. She says rodeo queens help create a new awareness of the link between the sport of rodeo and our nation's agricultural commodities.
We've really seen the impact of agriculture in every area, not just the cattle and horse industry, because it truly is astonishing that only 2% of our country feeds the remaining 98%. I spent the year traveling throughout our country representing our rich agriculture history here, as well as the Western way of life. The one thing about rodeo that I've truly learned is once you think you know a lot, there's a lot more to learn. There's always something else to learn. There's so much facts and trivia and rodeo knowledge, equine science.
In preparing for the national pageant, Golden says it will be important to know everything from the NFR contest agenda to stats on rodeo cowboys and cowgirls. Additionally, the 6-day-long Miss Rodeo America competition will include horsemanship, interview questions, and modeling. Mississippi Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce, Cindy Hyde-Smith, says she has become a strong supporter of Miss Rodeo and Miss Dixie National since taking office.
Being the Commissioner of Agriculture, you know, I want to support all facets of agriculture. And having the Dixie National Rodeo here on the property at the Mississippi State Fairgrounds, you know, that's part of my job to get over there and to make sure everything goes smooth, to make sure that it happens. So, you know, it's just a natural fit. You know, we're cattle farmers. That's what we do for a living. And to come in and be able to support a young lady that represents the industry of rodeo is just a delight. So many people aren't even aware that we have a Miss Rodeo Mississippi. And to just get that awareness out there, to get the highlights out there for her and the awareness that, you know, this is what it's about has been a lot of fun.
In showing her support, the commissioner says it's important to understand the expenses involved with being a rodeo queen. All of the dresses, hats, boots, jewelry, and traveling costs are definitely not cheap. Therefore, Commissioner Hyde-Smith helped host the Buckles and Crowns Dinner Dance fundraiser to help out.
I knew the financial need was, you know, there for any young lady that was attempting this. And so we came up with the idea of doing a dinner dance and involving a lot of the statewide elected officials, a lot of the legislature, and actually got on stage and sang and danced to raise money, and we got our money up front before we started singing.
In response to support from the commissioner and other sponsors, Samantha Golden says she's grateful for what she's learned from Commissioner Hyde-Smith, who she describes as a great leader and role model.
I've spent a lot of time with her, and she embodies the morals and the character that I would want to portray as myself going into the workforce one day. My year as Miss Rodeo Mississippi would not have been the same. I would not have been able to travel and represent our state and our rich culture here if it weren't for the lending hand that everybody has given me. Ralph Morgan and Miss Cindy Hyde-Smith have truly gotten behind me this year and made sure that I've had an impactful and important year. Before this year, I had not had many speaking obligations, and it's grown my confidence as well as being able to speak, and my morals have even grown being around so many important people that are so willing and eager to help you. It makes you become a better person.
Furthermore, Golden says the skills she acquired, like self-presentation, responsibility, and time management as a student at Mississippi State University, will stick with her in the future.
Whether you realize it or not, somebody is watching you and looking up to you. So making sure that you always have a smile on your face, you're well-spoken, you're presentable, as well as having a caring heart and a lending hand. Wasted time is the only thing you can't recycle. So I've really taken advantage of that statement and applied it this year with my studies as well as the Miss Rodeo Mississippi Association.
Golden says her career ambition is to become a spokesperson in the rodeo industry or work for a stock contractor. As for Paige Nicholson, she plans to attend graduate school after obtaining her agricultural information sciences degree from MSU. Nicholson says serving as Miss Dixie National Rodeo Mississippi has created many opportunities, and she encourages anyone interested in rodeo to consider participating.
If you have any type of passion for the sport of rodeo and you think that you would enjoy representing the Dixie National Rodeo as a rodeo queen, try it. Even if you have never been in a pageant before in your life, because there's not one person who is a perfect rodeo queen and there's not one stereotype that we try to follow. If you have a passion for the sport of rodeo, you can do this in your own way and make the Dixie National proud to have you as their leading lady.
As she continues honing her horsemanship skills at Covered K Arena, owned by David and Sheila Kirkman, Nicholson says she looks forward to seeing what the future holds. The two rodeo queens say they will never forget the support they've received from family, friends, generous leaders, sponsors, and role models. After making an excellent mark in 2012 as Mississippi's first Ladies of Rodeo, you might say whoever follows in their footsteps will have big boots to fill. I'm Amy Taylor, reporting. If you are interested in more information on Samantha Golden and Paige Nicholson, you can watch this story again on our website, Facebook page, or YouTube. Our website is farmweek.msucares.com.
Well, Amy, what was one of the things they told you that you didn't expect when you were talking to them?
I kind of wasn't expecting them to say that they actually have a very, very difficult exam that they have to take that involves the NFR. So they have to know about the cowboys, the cowgirls, their history, the history of rodeo itself,